I'm disgusted. This is a lot. What do I put myself into? Oh. What do I put myself into? Alright, let's just get this out of here. Big. Everything's big. Fire me. Can't do it that well. Alright. Let's go. You know, so I don't know. That boy Dick. Alright. So I'm going. What a life I have. Anyways, so you know, I was thinking about what's it called? You know, today, I guess the only thing that's really been on my mind is how oh my gosh, whoa, buddy, how you know, how I feel like I'm constantly stuck doing the same thing over and over. And I know everything's different all the time, but it all feels the same, like something really familiar to me. And you know, eating the same thing over and over again eventually leaves you kind of sick of it. And you know, when you don't have any other choices, you know, those who complain, those who beggars can't be choosers or whatever. I don't even know what that means. Beggars can't be. Oh, I think it means like when you're begging for something, you know, you have to. It's like want versus need or something like that. And you know, what I need doesn't really align with what I want most of the time. I feel like that's kind of universal. But that pot's gonna fall. But you know, when you ignore your needs a lot, like psychologically, you know, like how you ignore your what the hell? All right, what in the hell? Oh my gosh, dude, what is that? Anyways, if you ignore your needs, I'll show that later. If you ignore your needs for long enough, you know, it's like what happens if you ignore your physical needs, you know? You know? So it's like you struggle, I guess, in a sense. You kind of go crazy. And, you know, I guess, you know, I kind of just went loony today. I was in my head. I was like spaceman, you know, without like a cord to anything, except like, you know, like imagine a spaceman, but like he has like infinite oxygen or whatever, so he can like breathe forever. I mean, like he can survive out there without anything. Right? Imagine that. That's what I'm trying to say. And you know, it's just floating. That's what I felt like today. I'm just floating, you know. And you know, that's making sure everything's right. You know, when you're just floating, and you know, you're not really there. You know, Everything's like some like a bland stew. You know, it's like it's draining. It's like, you know, all right. So like if you leave a water thing on, right, and it's just going and going and going, you know, you don't care. You don't care at all. You know, it's like that. It's going and going and going. But the fact that you feel as if, you know, if you do anything, it won't change anything. If you, nothing matters. You know, I don't know. Sometimes I can get caught up in that thought. You know, that the idea of nothing really mattering. That's not a word, probably. You know, it can be, it's what you make it. You know, everything's kind of based on perspective. If you ask me, and you know, um, I just wish that that when people look back on me, when people think of me, they think it just is. Trico is just is Trico, or whatever stupidness, you know. I guess what I'm trying to say is I want to be alone sometimes, and I want to be with people sometimes, and you know, there's a right place and a right time for everything. You know, I feel like I'm doing the right thing, but my timing is so off most of the time that it's just weird, you know. I feel like I can't time anything, you know. I guess that's what I really struggle with sometimes, you know, timing. And you know, what really fears me down to my core is that I will always be the cause of my own problems. I feel like I'm always the cause of my own problems most of the time. And then I shove that idea down way down deep, you know. I feel like I lie to myself a lot. Just so then I can avoid feeling bad or numb, you know. I guess it's me trying to cope with my emotions. And you know, you can stay distracted. You can do all your stupid coping things to dodge all what you're actually feeling. But it's always there. The truth is always there, you know. You know, like what I'm saying. The truth of what I'm saying is exactly the words that I'm saying. You could say, oh, he means this, he means that, WWD. But what's really going on is what I'm really saying, you know. That's 100% certain that I'm saying what I'm saying right now. You know, like, I can guarantee you right now, every single time I stare at my phone camera thing, I'm scared that the recording stopped, and I'm ultimately talking to myself, which I kind of am, you know. I'm talking to a camera, you know. You know what's weird? I was thinking today, in the past, you know, it was caveman and rock, you know, ooga wooga, and now it's man talks to an inanimate object. Ooh, I don't know. I feel like that's a dumb way to put it, but that's what's been on my mind, you know. Have we really changed? Have we? You know, as a species? Have we changed at all? You know, let's put on the brightest thing I can. Let's see here. Whoa. You see me now? Right. No, you can't. You can't. You can never see me because I'm black. But, you know, I'm scared of driving. I'm scared of, you know, because these cars, they're really just massive death machines when you think about it. You step right in front of one, and they're going, you're done. You're canceled. You're canceled. Physically canceled. And then, you know, well, what will be your life? Oh, I stepped in front of a vehicle because everybody drives a vehicle, and I'm, you know, I think death is one thing that shakes all humans, you know. There's some people that seem to, like, ignore it 100%. And then when it hits them, they tank. Like, everybody tanks from death, you know. You know, when it happens around them, they tank. Because the reality, when I think it is, when reality actually hits, right? When it actually hits you across the face, that what you think is really going on and is really about to happen, and then it really happens. It's like, you know, I don't know. That's just for me. When my expectations actually align with what really happens, I get so surprised. You know, sometimes I really think that I'm a big idiot purely because how hopeful I am, you know. I guess you can be so hopeful to the point where you don't care what anybody says. You just keep going because you hope something will happen. You keep hitting the rock with the other rock, hoping that a spark will go and then fire, you know. But nothing happens ever. Yeah, you just keep going because you don't know what else to do. I'm trying to figure out how to get. See, look, you see this? The light keeps on coming back every time I'm. But you know, things can always be infinitely worse than it is now. That's what I tell myself when I'm feeling bad. It can always be worse, you know. You can be physically feeling what you're going through, you know. Like you're just physically like toast. You know? The emotional level and the physical level connect in some ways, but physically, if you're like, you know, it hurts like a lot more because like that's physically. Because, you know, like this. Pain. See that? Pain. That's me pinching myself. It's painful. You know, I miss being able to hug people whenever I wanted to. That's something I strongly miss the most about, you know, current circumstances. The only person I can actually hug now is my mom, and it's rare for her to be home. I don't know. I'm kind of a touchy person. You know, there's these things called love languages or whatever, right? And if I sit right here. Well, I'm not gonna stay in some stupid pose forever. That's dumb. Big dumb. Or like physically uncomfortable. Anyway, so There's these things called love languages or whatever. And like my top two is my number one is quality time. If you spend quality time with me and you just do it constantly, I will like I'll be your best friend forever. You know. That's how me and Dayron have been hanging out for forever now. It's because it's always just been me and him. Nothing else. Quality time, me and Dayron, that's it. That was it. You know. Dayron's a whole nother topic. Here's a whole nother story. Maybe I'll get to him in a different one of these stupid videos where I just sitting somewhere. And then my second one is touch, just touching somebody, having somebody touch me, squeeze, and whatnot. I love touching on people. I said people. I was very broad. I was very vague. So, when the time comes, if people start getting weird, I go, what type of people are you talking about? I can just be like, you'll never know. That's also a very bad answer. But you get what I mean, right? I love touching people. It's what makes me feel valued in a way. If I can't really hug the person that I'm really talking to, I don't really feel like they care about me that much, I guess I can say. I don't know, people who touch me, I care for them a lot more than people who don't touch me. But that's just me. And then my least favorite thing is giving gifts. Now, you give me stuff, I'm probably just gonna be like, whoa. Because it's rare that I actually want something. It's pretty rare. So if you give me stuff, you're probably 9 times out of 10 not gonna get the reaction that you want. And every single time I hold my face, this is how you do it. I just have to hold my face and it lights up my face. You see this? Stupid. Anyway, so this is reaching like 20 minutes now. I have a lot on my mind. Today at work, the boss man, the dude I talk to all the time, he was bombarded by other people and other things, and my face is, oh my gosh, what in the world is this? Look at this. Lean back a bit, maybe to the left, right there. I don't understand. Anyways, there's a boss man who I talked to, his bosses just kept on coming in today, so I had nobody to talk to. I was pretty toasted today. Recently this friend of mine, he told me, you have to get outside the house, Matthew. You have to go out there and make friends. You can't be alone forever. And that hit me hard. There's a phrase I say, at least like once a year. And it's like, reality hits you hard, And it hit me hard. I was like, ugh! And he's right. Yeah, I'm an introvert and poopy pants, Don't want to talk to you ever. But like, I can't hug anybody. I want to hug people. I don't care. I don't care if you misquote me. Most of the time when people are young, they make regrettable decisions. So, but, my life so far, I'm kind of content. As long as I can say I'm content, no matter what circumstance, I will be happy. Because contentment is when you're just in the line. You're on the line. All right. You're not bad. You're not good. You're on the line. That's contentment. The line is contentment. I'm on the line. And, being on the line, that means I guess you experience everything, from day to day. And I guess feeling numb is on the spectrum, I just hope this feeling doesn't follow me. I'll tell all you fart babies this, I'm going to keep going, I guess. When I look at my videos on YouTube and I see nothing, no likes, no comments, no nothing, I typically think, and I see views. I honestly don't care about views at this point. To be honest with you, all I care about are comments. All right, that's all I care about at this point. Because comments, 9 times out of 10, means that there's a bot. And then there's that lucky 1% where it's actually a human. And then they're like, it's like somebody I know from a couple years ago, or it's like Ben or whatever. And he's like, wow, amazing. I don't want you to be sad. That's why I'm saying this is amazing. You know what I mean? But, something that's kind of bad. When you're doing something and you keep doing it over and over, right? And it's overall a little bad. And nobody even talks about it. But if you change those little bad things, you could make you better. But you don't change them at all because you don't know. And then people don't tell you those little bad things. So then you never know. That can leave a person, doing the same thing over and over again. And never changing because they think they're doing fine. Something that I think is bad is, you can do too much of is, assuming. You can always assume too much and then assume the wrong thing. And then babbity-beebity-boo. You look like an idiot or a bad person. That happened to me today. And to this other person too. But it happens, We're all human, And then comparing yourself to people. You can do it way too much. And then you end up with this ranking system. And then you're at the... No, everybody's human. And the strangest thing to me is competition. I can't really wrap my mind around how it works, because we're all human and we all try our individual best, And what's to say my best isn't as good as yours? I guess when I was younger, I would get my brain stomped on during competitions. And it happened over and over again. And then my expectations of what really would happen never ever came true. So then at that point, I decided that no competition matters. And then I went to stuff that isn't really a competition at all. My expectations weren't brought up, weren't met. And at that point, I was like, nothing matters. And to me, I took it all personally. I took it all as you're being stupid. You're doing something wrong. You're an idiot. You 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 pooped in your diaper when you were 3 years old. And that's kind of, I don't know. I feel like the right word for it is depressing. But I don't like to think of myself as a depressed person. The only thing I've been diagnosed with is ADHD. That's the only thing I can guarantee you I have, right? You know, I think that love is a privilege, not a right. It's a privilege to be loved. In some cases, it should be a right, but overall, I think it should be a privilege. Because there's some nasty people out there, and so there's some weird people. I've been considered weird on like nearly every occasion. But love is a 4-letter word. I think that this video has gone on long enough. And that's all I have to say. Should I try to get this in 60 frames per second? It's like 38 minutes basically. I don't know, buddy. I don't know. Like, I'm probably going to get like a max of like 10 views. That's my max on this video. 10 views. But, it doesn't matter.